We are glad to have you along for the ride this morning, and we're going to start this 8 o'clock hour off with a guest. Richard Greenlee joins me to start things off. He is owner and promoter with Ratchet Entertainment Group. Richard, good morning to you.
Good morning, Richard. How are you doing?
I'm well, thank you. Appreciate some of your time. So we're talking about concerts that are happening in Oxford on Friday nights this fall, and I guess concerts that coincide with home football games. Is that right?
That's correct. Concerts, parties, events. They're more of a party and event, but yeah, they're musically based concerts.
All right, so give us the rundown. What are we talking about here? How'd the idea come about? What's going on?
Well, I'll tell you, and I'll just be honest, and there's an age group in Oxford that really, don't want to fight the bars and be elbow to elbow and stand in line and get in. It's fun, but they just want a good time. And so I started doing the Molly Ringwalds about 3 years ago. I just tried it on one Friday night. It sold out. Last year I did the Molly Ringwalds, another show. It sold out. So this year we've got three different events, three different venues that are catered to football Friday nights, give people something to do, a guaranteed spot to get on the square, and not fight elbow to elbow for a spot at the bar. So it's got 3 different nights and 3 events this year.
All right, and that gets started this weekend, right?
Yeah, our first one is this Friday night at the Powerhouse. It's called Freedom Fest 6. It started out as a private party years ago at Roosters that a buddy of mine, John Green, and I do, and Jeff Kimball up there every year. But this year we've got a band called Walrus. They're an 80s and 90s kind of radio rock band. A guy named Dan Shoemake, who actually went to Ole Miss, has got an old band called Ocean to Goshen and Grandma's Attic came together and formed an 80s kind of radio rock band. In Excess, The Cure, The Kinks, U2, Bowie. That's Friday night, September 19th at the Powerhouse for a Tulane game.
All right, so that's this coming Friday night, and that's so we're talking early 90s, mid 90s rock primarily, right? In terms of
80s,
like
90s, some of those. Go ahead.
No. I was just saying in terms of kind of the sample of the music that you're going to get for this week.
Yeah, it's right. 80s, 90s radio rock. It's not, it's not really the hair bands, but it's radio rock. It's great. And there's another band called Highland Sundays, which is a couple friends of mine, David Bridgers and Paige Yost, have a band up in Oxford called Highland Sundays. They're opening up for Walrus on Friday night at the Powerhouse. You can doors up at 6:30. First band's at 7. Walrus starts at 9.
All right, so that's the first act, and then the Friday night before the Ole Miss LSU game. So that would be Friday the 26th. That's going to be that's a big weekend, and you're moving to the Lyric for that one, right?
That is correct. We've got the Lyric, and we wanted to try something different this year. Everybody likes a good party or wedding, so I went out of Atlanta and got a corporate 9-piece, a big party funk band, a 9-piece, 3 horns, 3 lead singers, full band. It'll be at the Lyric Friday night, September 26th. There's a VIP and a GA section. Upstairs VIP, a friend of mine, Stephen Pillow, will be playing guitar for an hour beforehand and have very heavy hors d'oeuvres. So you can make an evening out of it without having to have to dinner. But there are VIP tickets upstairs and GA downstairs. The band's called 5 Star Funk Lounge out of Atlanta.
So this is like your big band, wedding band type deal where great dance music, and you probably know the words to most of the songs, and their repertoire is going to be pretty classic, right?
Yeah, well, and I wanted, there's a bunch of wedding bands. They're all kind of the big ones are all the musicians switch between bands, and I said I need something that could play some Motown, but I want Beyonce and Bruno Mars too. So they're bringing the funk. You'll know every word. You can't stand still. It's just a big party. So it'll be lots of fun.
And then the final of this 3-concert series, give us the date, because you are going full-on 80s band, the stuff that so many people that are in my age group remember from college. Oh, you go and hear the 80s band. It's the Molly Ringwalds once again. Yeah,
you kid. It's our 3rd annual event up there with them. It's Halloween night, October 31st, prior to the South Carolina game. It's a costume-friendly event. So it's going to be mad on the square that night. And so that sells out every year. Again, I have VIP upstairs, limited, and GA downstairs. So it's a full night of Molly Ringwalds. There's no opener. They take the stage at 8:30 and play till 11:30. So they go for a while.
All right, so Richard, what is this in conjunction with the university? Is this a standalone deal? Is this just kind of the business that you're in, and you say, "Hey, I see an opportunity. Let's go take advantage of it." Give us the lowdown.
Yeah, it is a standalone deal. I worked with the university before, talked with them quite a bit about some things, and still hopeful there. But this is a standalone thing. Ratchet Entertainment. That's what I do, is produce music, and I keep getting. I'm 56 years old, so I keep getting all my friends to go, "Can we just have a party? Can we just not fight the square or go to the dinner to the same place I've been 100 times and have to get a reservation in January for? I just want a party. I want some heavy hors d'oeuvres. So I don't have to go eat if I want to. And I just want all my friends." So it's like a big party. Yes, it's the bands. Yes, it's the Mollies. Yes, it's Walrus, but it's just a big fun party with no elbow to elbow. I limit capacity. I don't pack the lyric out like they usually do. 1,100 people. It's limited, so it's that's kind of what I do. Now, we are going to work with the Grove Collective. We're doing something. I just finalized that with Walker last night. We're going to do a special Grove Collective ticket with either a rebate to the ticket holder or a donation to the Grove Collective. We got to finalize that today, but we're going to move forward working with them. But I just finalized that last night.
I'm curious how your business has changed, the concert promotion business, because we know that there are some really, really big players in that space in terms of concert promoters. I guess Live Nation is probably at the top of the heap, and they're this 900-pound gorilla that nobody can fight. But concert promotion, there are a lot of different levels to that. How has it changed? How's what you do changed over the last, decade?
Well, COVID did one thing. Again, that's a big change that happened. But yeah, you're right. Live Nation is the 800-pound gorilla, and they have a lot of hands in a lot of venues, buy tours, manage artists, control ticketing with Ticketmaster, some others. So they are the 800-pound gorilla, but kind of they have their will and their way. So it's tougher for a small promoter like me to find good acts. Or find venues to play in. Most everything's owned and managed by Live Nation, and there are others, AEG, Messina, but Live Nation is they're big for a reason. Yeah.
Is the live music scene healthy right now?
It's very healthy. For a while, in my opinion, after COVID happened, you've got all these artists and all these venue owners that sat on the sidelines and weren't getting paid, weren't making money, so. There was a venue bailout act that happened that Congressman passed that bailed out most of these small and local promoters that got quite a bit of cash they were sitting on. And so you had the industry starve for 2 years and demand was building for 2 years. So a lot of stupid money got thrown at bands. People who had a lot of excess money said, I hadn't had a concert promotion in years. And so in my opinion, prices for bands have gotten really, really expensive, more so than they have been in the past. I think that's going to adjust out at some point. I think you're seeing demand slow right now. That's why you're seeing a lot of people giving away tickets and not selling out their houses and tours canceling. I think we got ahead of the curve. I think it's going to get back to equilibrium here pretty soon, if that makes sense.
Well, yeah, it does. It absolutely does. And the last thing that fascinates me about your industry in particular, and that's just prices. I mean, anybody that has gone to I'm not talking about a local show in a smaller venue, but I don't think those are immune from them. But if you've gone to a big stadium concert or an arena concert for a popular act, I mean, it's like you've got to sell a kidney to be able to afford tickets, and usually it's tickets that are being sold on the secondary market, and they're just massive markups. How much concern within the industry is there about just out of whack ticket prices? Because the flip side of it is, I still see all those seats full for big acts in those big arenas when people are paying, sometimes north of $1,000 for a single ticket.
Yeah, and that's it's a two-edged sword here, is because one hand, at the end of the day, it's about economics, supply and demand, the rule of equilibrium. If somebody will pay $1,000, then sell $1,000. Is that fair to everybody who's a good, hardworking fan? Yes and no. But you're right about the prices. Two factors in that. One is everything's expensive. There are so many middle managers and agents and booking agents and publicists. So it's 25, 30 years ago, artists made their money on album sales. Now with basically free music and online, you have to make your money in the live music business. And there's everybody involved in that production. So everybody's got to get paid. So first of all, it's just a lot more expensive to be an artist and go produce and be on the road, 100, 200 days a year with the entire crew. And secondly is, yes, tickets and scalpers and secondary market even make it worse.
Interesting conversation. The concert series coming up gets started Freedom Fest 6 at the Powerhouse this Friday night. You can buy tickets online at OleMissConcerts.com. Richard Greenlee, thanks so much.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
We'll take a time out. We've got more coming up with you. Mornings with Richard Cross, SuperTalk Mississippi. We're back right after this.